Do you know, just one wrong habit in the morning can actually cause a healthy person to become a patient within mere seconds. A truth few people tell you is after age 70, your morning truly is the most dangerous time of the day, because that's when your body is weakest, most dehydrated, and your reflexes are slowest. Just one single wrong choice, like not drinking water, drinking coffee too early, or tuning into negative news on TV, can also lead to falls, a mini stroke, heart rhythm disorders, or even to long-term memory decline. It sounds quite minor, but the consequences can be quite major. The good news is these 5 morning mistakes you might make are entirely avoidable if you know about them. And in this very video, we will together explore each mistake one by one. So you not only live much longer, but also live alertly, proactively, and independently right to your final years. If you find this topic important, hitting like or subscribing to our channel helps us continue bringing more practical, timely sharing to our senior community. Let's get started. Sometimes just siding up a few seconds faster than usual is enough for your whole body not to adapt in time. The first mistake starts right there, jumping up too quickly upon opening your eyes. There are falls not from stairs, but from the very bed where you just woke up. It's hard to believe, but many people over 70 have started their morning with a slight dizziness, a wobbly step, or even a fall breaking a bone, just because they jumped up too quickly. Not because you are weak, not because of a serious illness, but because your body hasn't yet woken up with you. Many older adults have the habit of jumping up immediately after waking, to go to the toilet, get medicine, check the time, turn off the alarm. That habit seems normal, but is one of the leading causes of unexpected falls in people over 70. When you lie down all night, blood pressure stays stable in a horizontal position. But if you just sit up, then stand up too quickly, blood hasn't rushed sufficiently to your brain, causing your head to spin, vision to darken, and legs to feel unsteady. That is postural hypotension, also called orthostatic hypotension. It's like you are driving a cold car, not yet started, but already hitting the gas, not moving forward quickly, rather sliding out of control. The US CDC once warned, every 11 seconds, an older adult is hospitalized for a fall. And among those, many cases happen just a few minutes after waking up. Mrs. Eileen, 82 years old in Minneapolis, once thought she was very healthy. But one winter morning, having just jumped out of bed to turn off the alarm clock, she felt dizzy, slipped, and hit her head on the bed frame. 6 days in the hospital, a long stitch on her forehead. If only that day I had sat for 30 more seconds. Perhaps I wouldn't have lain there staring at the ceiling for a whole week, she said. The morning is truly the most fragile time of day. You shouldn't rush, you shouldn't hurry. Try this different habit. Open your eyes, lie still, gently move your hands and feet, turn over, sit up slowly, let your feet touch the floor. Breathe, silently count to 5. Then your heart has found its rhythm. Blood has reached the brain. The body is ready to enter the new day. No need for an alarm clock. Just one pause is enough to save you from an unnecessary fall. If this resonates with you, keep it in mind, or share it with your loved ones. Because after 70, maintaining balance isn't just about your legs. It's also about listening to your body each morning. Not everyone realizes that after a long night, your body has lost water, even if you haven't sweated at all. And if you don't drink water immediately in the morning, every organ will have to operate in a dry state, from your heart and brain to your circulatory system. Slight dizziness, a headache, or fleeting confusion. Sometimes that's just your body's way of saying, I am thirsty. Have you ever noticed? Some mornings you wake up, your mind feels floaty and forgetful, even if your sleep seemed quite peaceful. It's not necessarily because you didn't sleep enough, not because you are old, so it is like that. Sometimes it is simply because you forgot to drink a sip of water at the start of the day. After 6 to 8 long hours of sleep, your body loses water silently. No sweating, not much movement, yet still losing water through your breath, through your skin. Your kidneys still work all night. Your brain still processes memories. Your heart still beats steadily, and all those silent activities consume water. So when you open your eyes in the morning, your body is like a machine that has just run through a long night without being refueled. Lack of water right then not only causes a dry mouth, but also affects your brain and your balance. According to research by the National Institute on Aging, NIA, mild dehydration can also reduce concentration, short-term memory, and cause dizziness when standing up in older adults. And the scary part is, the older you get, the weaker your thirst sensation becomes, meaning you could be dehydrated without even knowing it. Mr. Samuel, 75 years old in Denver, used to complain that he'd often forget where his keys were, felt imbalanced every morning, and even had to hold onto the bed frame just to stand up. After his doctor advised him to drink a glass of warm water every morning before leaving his room, he noticed a clear difference. No more dizzy spells, and my head also feels lighter. I never knew water was so important, he said. A young person's morning might start with coffee, but for older adults, it really should start with water. A small glass, about 150 to 200 milliliters, not cold, no hurry, just consistency. Just like the way you slowly greet the new day, with mindfulness, gentleness, and care for yourself. Let water be the very first thing you give your body upon waking, before your coffee cup, before your pill, before even the morning news. Because sometimes the thing that helps you keep your memory isn't in a notebook or medicine schedule, but in that simple glass of water you've accidentally forgotten each morning. It's not coffee that makes you tired. It's the way you drink it when your stomach is still empty. The third mistake starts with a seemingly harmless habit, drinking coffee right after waking up, before even eating a bite to line your stomach. Alertness nowhere in sight, just a fast heartbeat, shaky hands, and a queasy stomach. All morning, all starting from one cup of coffee drunk too early. Coffee is your friend, but only when you know how to place it correctly. Yet every single morning, millions of people, especially older adults, start their day with exactly that, a cup of coffee, before even drinking water or eating anything. Where did that habit start? Perhaps from youthful memories, the fragrant aroma of coffee wafting through the kitchen each morning, a hot cup by the window, a few lines of news, feeling like you're still living truly alert amidst a fast-passing life. But after 70, your body doesn't tolerate coffee like it used to. An empty stomach, combined with the increased acid from caffeine, causes your stomach lining to become irritated. You might not feel pain immediately, but that churning, restless feeling, even mild nausea in your chest, can last for hours. Caffeine is also a mild diuretic, meaning it pushes water out of your body. If you haven't drunk water beforehand, your body can quickly become dehydrated without you even realizing. Dehydration, plus a rapid heartbeat from caffeine, is a recipe for dizziness, shaky hands, and an irregular heartbeat. Mrs. Ellen, 78 years old in Portland, was once someone who could not live without morning coffee. But then one day she noticed her hands shaking while pouring water, her heart beating fast even though she wasn't doing anything strenuous. The doctor just asked a simple question. "What do you eat before drinking coffee?" "Nothing at all," she replied, and that very thing was the problem. We're not saying you have to give up coffee, just postpone it a little bit. Before your coffee cup, let your body have something gentle, a piece of bread, half a banana, or just a glass of warm water. Your body will be grateful for that. And if you're wondering, am I doing something wrong every morning without realizing it? Then try this one morning. Drink water first, eat lightly, then pick up that coffee cup. You will feel the difference. If you're still watching this far and find this helpful, please give the video a like so we know you're still keen on your own health. And if you want your mornings to be gentler, please consider subscribing so you don't miss our next shares. Because sometimes a cup of coffee too early doesn't truly help you become more alert. It just disrupts your own life's rhythm. Waking up without any movement means your body will be sluggish all morning. Just a few shoulder rolls, arm stretches each morning is enough to help blood flow, your mind clear, and joints no longer feel stiff. There's one thing few people notice each morning. Your body is waiting for a signal to truly live. Throughout 6 to 8 hours of sleep, blood flows slower, joints are almost immobile, heart rate has dropped. Everything in you is as if hibernating. And then you wake up, but you just sit still, scrolling your phone, reading news, waiting for coffee, and those bloodstreams, still waiting, are not awakened. The body after 70 is no longer as responsive as before. Not moving soon after waking up causes poor blood circulation and reduced oxygen to the brain, leading to slight dizziness, shaky hands, or even a transient ischemic attack, TIA, in the morning. According to the American Stroke Association, over 60% of all TIAs happen within the first hour after waking up. This isn't a full stroke, but it's a knock on the door, a reminder that your body is under silent pressure. Mr. Martin, 81, in Atlanta, once thought he merely sat resting for long, so his leg was numb. But one morning, while holding a glass of water, it fell and broke. His eyes blurred, his hands shook. The sensation only lasted a few minutes, but it was enough for him to be hospitalized. The doctor said, "Luckily it was a mini stroke, but if you're complacent, next time it could be a real stroke." So you don't need to do anything grand. Just when you've sat up, don't sit still. Flex your legs, stretch your arms, slowly rotate your neck, then stand up and walk a few circles around the bed. Just 3 to 5 minutes, but that's enough to remind your body, we are alive. Movement isn't just to exercise, it's to keep life circulating. It's how you gently send blood to your brain, send flexibility to your joints, and send a signal of peace to your heart. Because perhaps what keeps you standing firm starts with an arm raised in silence. It's not bad news that makes you tired. It's how you let it flood in too soon. The final mistake is tuning into negative news right after waking, making your mind tense before your body can even breathe evenly. Some mornings, before you even take a deep breath, your mind is already swamped by sensational headlines on the screen. Haven't eaten anything, haven't drunk water, haven't spoken a word to anyone, yet you already know about an explosion somewhere, a serious accident, a political dispute, or an approaching storm. That information, raw, cold, sneaks into your still sleepy mind, making your brain instantly flip to stress mode without you even realizing. For older adults, their morning mood greatly determines the quality of their entire day. It's not because they're weaker, but because the nervous system after 70 responds slower to stress, making it harder to escape negative emotions once you're drawn in. A study at the University of Pennsylvania found older adults exposed to negative news in the morning are likely to experience feelings of anxiety, discomfort, or sadness for many hours afterward, even when they're no longer reading anything more. And this doesn't just affect mental state, but also blood pressure, heart rate, and nighttime sleep. Mrs. Lorraine, 76, in Seattle, once said, "I turn on the news every morning thinking I need to know things, but I don't understand why the more I read, the heavier I feel. Some days I don't even want to get out of bed just because the world feels too tiring." Information is necessary, but you can choose the right time to receive it. Try changing it up a bit. Instead of turning on the TV or phone right after waking, spend the first 15 minutes on something gentler. Soft music, a cup of tea, a few stretches, or just sitting by the window watching the sunrise. Let your mind wake up gently before it's overwhelmed by things you cannot control. We don't need to know everything. We just need to start the new day right and gently enough. Because sometimes peace isn't in what we read, but in what we choose not to read right when we open our eyes. After hearing about these 5 early morning mistakes many people over 70 often make, perhaps you've begun to see one thing clearly. Health in old age isn't about doing big things. It's about avoiding small, repetitive things every single day, not jumping up too quickly, drinking a glass of water before drinking coffee, moving gently, keeping your mind calm before stepping into a new day. All those things at first glance sound very simple, but they're precisely the protective wall shielding you from unexpected falls, slight dizziness, and silent worries. And most importantly, you still have the power to choose. Whether you're 72, 78, or have passed 80, as long as you decide to change, It's never too late to start a safer and healthier morning. Feel free to share in the comments below. Of these 5 habits we just discussed, which ones have you experienced? Is there anything you're planning to try changing starting tomorrow morning? We'd love to hear your story because every share is a gentle reminder that good health doesn't just happen. It's nurtured by small choices each and every day. If you found this video helpful, please leave a gentle like or consider subscribing to the channel so we can continue to accompany you on this journey of living healthy, living strong, and fully enjoying each peaceful morning. Thank you for listening all the way through. Wishing you a new day that's gentle, alert, and filled with peace.